It's the USC Trojans and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. Line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Changing the routes with his receivers. Moves the pocket. It's Mayava. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Second down, gonna throw it. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Third down defense is so pivotal in a football game. In this third down, nice job. Good coverage in the back end, but the rush gets home, forcing the fourth down. Nice start for this defense.
Punt is on its way. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. Quarterback empties his backfield. Here's Moore to throw. Rush right in his face. Unloads in the nick of time.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Long way to go on second down. Moore to the air. Back's got it on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Rush is on. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Right down the middle. Gets a hand in there.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team
runs through a man. He might have space. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You can can see just how explosive this offense is. It doesn't matter what they do. Whether they're throwing the ball, whether they're running the ball, they've had some balance, but they can pick up yards in chunks. You're seeing it happen. A really nice completion there. They ran it the play before, and now here they are knocking on the goal line again in the red zone.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. On the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Ducks! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Miller.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position. The Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Move to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. First down here for the offense. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Out wide right, it's Mosley. At the 40, there he goes. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Using his legs, it's Jordan. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
To the air, it's Mayava. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Dante Moore. Out wide left, it's Bear. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Unloads it downfield. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Moore with the play fake. Here comes the Heat. Nice play to knock that one down.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Third and long right here. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the back. More to the air again. Shoots it to the left. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. 4th down, Moore. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. That's caught. It's Jordan. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Right side, it's Coleman Williams. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Trojans decide to punt it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can...
Gonna take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They're down to one timeout left in the half. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing more. Look out. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the up.
Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often.
Looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going ahead.
Snags it, and he's just plowing ahead. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He's changing the play. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Got his man downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Wide receiver going in motion. And that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
The Trojans use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Back to pass, it's Mayava. Extending the play. A shot toward the end zone, and that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Here's more to throw. He unleashes a long one. He's got it inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 28-0. going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. From deep, it's Barber. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Pritchard. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Beebe. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
When they take big shots down the field and they air it out, I got to trust my technique. I got to stay with that wide receiver, wait till he shows his hands. When he shows his hands, I'm bringing my hands up to knock the ball away. Nice job by the defense using his technique, knocking the football away.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He takes it at the 45. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fresh set of downs going up top. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent. I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And the timing just a hair off.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for a crease. It's Richard. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He's taking the shot. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
It has been tough sledding for this quarterback here early in the game. He's 0 for 5 right now. I give the defense tons of credit. It's not just good coverage in the back end, and it's not just a good pass rush. They're doing a nice job mixing up their looks coverage-wise. This quarterback looks confused, and that's a big reason why, guys, this offense has not scored a single point so far.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Powers through. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The kick is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. No room to bring it back. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Drops back. It's Hoover. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. In the backfield, it's Preston. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now that they've got to find some answers.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Breaks into the open. The 50. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. From the gun, it's Davidson.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might as well run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Started this drive with a bang, but now it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Moore. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Clemson jumps to the line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down.
And it's like the defense knew on 3rd and goal. They're not a tackle in the middle. They're going to go to the outside. They run the touch pass, and they fly after it, fly upfield, make the tackle, and now it's decision time. 4th and goal. What you going to do, offense?
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense all set and ready to crank things up. They really need to find a way